Dude, no. No, no, no. Rhaegar. Rhaegar. No. Babe! Babe! Come get this cat! No, no. Shoo. Shoo, 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 shoo. Well, then get yours and leave. I'm filming. I've been trying to film this video for like 12,000 days. Hello, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Obviously, another month has gone by and passed me by really dang quickly. I remember as a kid, you know, you're always like waiting for your birthday, like birthday, Christmas, Halloween, all those kinds of special holidays. It took them forever to get here. And now that I'm an adult, you know, I just turned 29, I'm like, the birthdays could slow down just a little bit now. The years don't need to come on so quick. But here we are, nonetheless, doing a monthly hits and misses for June 2019. And we got a pretty positive roundup going up on here. So if you're someone that lacks a bit of positivity in your monthly hits and misses, by all means, continue watching. Okay, we're gonna start off with kind of like mixed feelings. If any of y'all were familiar, when I was in Tennessee, I had switched up some things in my skincare routine in an attempt to make my skin better, like we all do. And my mother had purchased me the elf+Glow Dewy Mist plus coconut and argan oil. Well, I started using this. I'd spritz in the morning, and I spritzed in the day, and I really liked it. It really added this beautiful like level of hydration and glowiness and everything going on about my skin. So I was feeling it. I was down. I'm like, y'all, this is going to be the best $8 that was ever spent. Until this started giving me little white connect the dots going up all along on my face. And I am not someone who is acne prone. I am not someone who is typically prone to little white dots popping up all over on my head. Usually we have our hands full dealing with the dryness. But this created a plethora of little white dots going up along the hairline, all up on here, in places I had never had anything before. So while this was beautifully illuminating, it gave some great moisture. The fact that this thing broke me out, some of y'all have told me that the coconut is I want to say carcinogenic, and I know that's not the right word, but it's something that can clog your pores. So this was great. It was wonderful until it wasn't. And then another, obviously higher up on the price spectrum is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Now this is nice. I like this. It don't break me out. It makes my skin all nice and dewy and supple. I love how I'll spray it and it'll get on my chest and I'll be like, oh, we're so dewy right here. But y'all, this thing is $48. Now it's good. Don't get me wrong, it does the job, but is it any better than like my Tarte Ready Set Glow or my Tarte H2O something of the sea spray? Probably not. So while this is good and it's doing nice things for my skin, well, it's good and it's nice and it's doing things, it doesn't really justify the exorbitantly expensive $48 fancy bougie glass packaging. Probably not. While it's nice, and it's expensive, and it's bougie, and it's fancy, I literally don't think it's any superior to some lower priced counterparts that it has. And that's probably gonna be a thing I'm gonna try out. Cause y'all, $48 for friggin' like 1.35 fluid ounces. That is obscene. Okay, now let's talk about something that I have definitely talked about in the past on my channel, though probably during the much paler months, because the foundation color I have of this foundation, I got in the dead of winter, so it's basically white. But this is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation Fluid. I have this one in the shade Cosmic because I love this foundation. I remember going to the Sephora and I walked up to the lady and I was like, hey, can you recommend me something that is cruelty-free for the dry skin? And that young lady just, I was just like, okay, all right, I'll buy it. And this is so nice. Oh my goodness. For anyone with dry skin, if y'all are looking for like a light to medium coverage, this is expensive, but it is amazing. It just takes your skin and mimics like nice healthy skin, while in reality you're just all nasty and scaly underneath, but you wouldn't know it because of this foundation. Doesn't cling to dry patches, doesn't accentuate texture, is just the perfect, beautiful, slightly buildable veil of coverage. I just absolutely love this stuff. It is worth every blinking penny, and I'm now super happy that I could wear it, you know, throughout the year rather than just in the pasty months. Now, something that is a favorite that some of y'all are going to give yourselves a big old pat on the back, and that's fine. Take a second, pat yourself on the back, because you did this. You did this for me. The Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. That's what I'm wearing on my cheekies today. I love this thing. I anti-hauled it because I was like, y'all, it's got 2 creams in it. And I was like, this just ain't my jam. And so many of you were just like, shut your face. Go out and buy it. Love it like the rest of us. And I absolutely love this thing. I mean, this glow, we got the Glow Cream Base, the Blush, the Duo Glow, and the Glow Extreme. I usually start out with this. Then I'll do something here. And then you only need like, and that'll be enough pigment for your whole cheeky cheek. This thing right here, like this thing, I'm like, you know, adding extra and everything going on there. But this one here looks barely touched because I've barely touched it, because you only need like that much. But this thing looks so beautiful on the skin. I mean, I remember reading reviews and them being all like, well, it makes my skin look glass-like. And I was all like, the frick does glass-like even look like? What does that even mean? Basically, it means that your skin looks like a beautiful, gorgeous, smoothiness of perfection. If she were to take this and come out with like 12,000 different color variations, I would own them all. If it ended up, you know, just being these that I have for blush and all my other blushes were to go away, I'd be okay with that. But the formulas behind this, whether I'm using one of the products, whether I'm using all of the products, whether I'm using it on its own, whether I'm using it in conjunction with something else, I absolutely love this. It is beautiful. Then, something that I did not love, I have not even hauled these, I do not care, they're that bad, in my opinion, and allegedly. These are, I got all 4 of them, because there's no particular one that's bad, they're all just really awful offenders. These are the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lips. Now these 3, I got in like the cute little like watermelon whatever lip sets, and then this was one that I just got because it was blue, and I'm influenced. I'm easily swayed into things, and these, okay, the applicator is like a brush applicator, but it's really just like a bunch of really hard pieces of plastic together pretending to be a brush. And this was the first one I tried, and I was like, oh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that beautiful peachy, pinky, whatever goodness. No, I mean, just put this on there and you're like, maybe there's a little something. And you get the blue one. You're like, oh, this is going to be a pretty blue. No, it's just a nasty, sticky. I mean, it's like congealed snot. They're sticky. I mean, this is like, I mean, they are beyond sticky. They're just this thick, nasty, gloopy mess of I'm not even sure what. On their own, they're awful. If you put them over a lipstick, it's like 110 times worse, because they take the lipstick, whether it's bullet lipstick or liquid lipstick or any other incarnation of lipstick, they take that break it down like this is physically breaking down the formula of the lipstick. And then that slides all around, and now you've got this big gloopy ultra glossy lip mixed with liquid lipstick mess going on your lips. And it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for it to do that. That is a science project. They smell nice. Smell like buttercream frosting. That's great, but they're just not fun to wear. Maybe if you have like no hair anywhere near you, perfect lips, just no bueno. Then something that I will not even have had for a very extended period of time, and I don't even care, I love it that much, is the Jeffree Star Brainfreeze Skin Frost Fro Palette Fro Pro. If y'all have not seen my review on this collection, we'll leave it linked down below. But y'all, I love this thing so much, and even if I were to never ever touch any of the other hair, any of the other colors, I would be living just for this Gold Breaker shade right here. This and a mix of frozen fruit is what I am wearing on my cheekies today. This palette makes me look like a hot, fresh off the conveyor belt, Krispy Kreme glazed donut. Now, I said in my review, usually I'm not the biggest fan of his Skin Frost, the regular formula. They're a thicker, more emollient, formula texture going on. But this is completely something different. It is just, I cannot express how amazing and gorgeous and smoothie smooth this formula is. I am just, if he does not come out with a single of this Gold Breaker, I will be very upset. He won't care, but I'll be very upset. And what I love about him so much is the color is just, the color of that shade is just, I have used everything in here except for that one just because obvious reasons, but I have been dipping into every single shade, and I have literally only used this for highlighter since getting it. Like this every time I do my makeup, I'm like, well, guess I'm gonna break this palette out again. It is just absolutely amazing. I will say a little crumbly. This is probably not going with me to Tennessee because I can guarantee someone gonna bust up on that plane ride. But if you want to look like the epitome of a snack, get you this. Then another highlighter that I was actually loving and very enjoying before that palette came along. Y'all would have seen me haul this in Tennessee. This is the Jouer Powder Highlighter in Citrine. This is the shade that basically broke everybody's minds when it first came out. You couldn't get a hold of it. Jouer was this like big thing and everyone was like, ooh! Well, they have them at Sephora and I was like, you know what? Let's try it out. Let's see if it is all that. And while it doesn't look, you look pretty in the swatch. You look pretty. But while it doesn't look like super like cha-cha-cha, like your girl usually likes her highlighter, this is basically the perfect highlighter for my skin tone right now because it's like a super shiny, golden, glimmery, glowy version of my skin tone, if that makes sense. I just put it onto them high points and it just blends in absolutely seamlessly and beautifully, and the glow is just so, it's like natural because you don't see any lines or anything like, oh, there's skin, there's highlighter, but it's intense because it's a really intense highlighter. So it's like this, oh, I look glowy and ethereal. That's like, oh wait, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. I wish a lot of these colors, they actually skew really dark. So for people of the deeper and the delicious, beautiful melanin, go get you some of this pasty me. I did get that pink one, but it's a different formula than this one. It's kind of a more powdery duochrome thing going on. I may try and invest in something like this because the formula is amazing. Then something that yeah, this is like kind of a half and half thing going on here. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. I have mine in the shade 23. Now, I did do a whole, like, full face of Juvia's Place, trying the foundation and the concealer. We'll leave that link down below. And while the color is nice and everything like that, I just find that it was a lot more drying on my complexion than I usually like in a concealer. You girl does not have 18-year-old under eyelids going on. I've got lines, I've got crepiness, I've got dryness, I've got texture, I've got it all. And so this just ended up not being my favorite. The coverage is nice. If you maybe have more like more oily skin or something like that, this might work better for you. But for me and my Saharan desert of a face, it was great. Cutting that crease, if I ever do that, but trying to do that, at least attempting, that's good. It's great for that, but, you know, for the actual concealing on the skin, it just really emphasized my texture, and then when I would add powder over it, didn't matter what powder I used, it just kind of became this dry and cakey, gnarly mess that I am not about on this complexion. But that is my month of hits and misses. Obviously, let me know what you think about these products down below. If you agree with me, you don't agree with me. I know a lot of you agree with me on this, and thank you. But let me know what you think about these products down below, as well as something that you've really been enjoying this month, or something that's been a bit of a miss. Either way, I love hearing from y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!